Your Excellency Babatunde Raju Fashola, SAN, former Governor of Lagos State, former Minister, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and now a practicing lawyer. The President of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Dr. Ike Niliaku, the President of the Nigeria Reputation Management Group Advisory Board, my brother John Momo. Let me say this, that when you have the misfortune, as always, each time I had the opportunity to speak and Dr. Ike Niliaku is there, I said, is it possible to reverse it so that he speaks after me? After he finished speaking, His Excellency Babatunde Raju Fashola said that he thought that there was no need for him to continue. But we all voted that he should make his presentation. Now, after that was done, to be honest with you, I felt like hiding my own folder because there was really nothing more to add. Like the advert of Santana in those days, there is nothing more to add. Chief John Momo, I know that as you try, as always, to be as professional as possible, you also have the consciousness of this country, Nigeria, in your heart. And I know that a few times I've had to engage you after I've listened or watched something on Channels Television. And, sometimes I have this time to call you and we talk. You wouldn't say anything, but I will see that the views we have discussed are reflected in subsequent bulletins of your TV station. Thank you for what you are doing. And I want to urge you to continue to be professional, but even in doing that, to also continue to be as patriotic as possible. Thank you very much. My friend and my brother, Yomi Badeji Okusanya, in the last 30 years, you and I have done this PR thing in Nigeria. And our sister here was just telling me that she saw a picture only yesterday of us that we took in 2003 or so, when she was celebrating her 50th birthday. In 2003, you can imagine how young she is today. For all of you here, President, everyone, the DGs here, let me say what I took away from this before I go into my paper. To be honest, this is one of the best occasions I've attended as Minister of Information. I've always had to worry about the reputation of our country, and as Minister of Information and National Orientation, I've had cause to talk about this in different fora. And what I say all the time is that you don't even have to agree. You don't have to like the man who is president or governor or minister or chairman. You don't have to. But we must all be in agreement that we have to love our country. Nobody will come from anywhere to do this for us. And yes, there are always bad stories. We always continue to have these negative bad stories being thrown around us. But also remember, it's a country that only a few days ago emerged number 3 in Morocco. I mean, yes, we aspired to be number 1. We couldn't make number 1 or number 2, but we became number 3. And Nigeria, all Nigerians were united in that. This is very positive about this country. This is a country only a few months ago was delisted by the Financial Action Task Force. Were delisted from what they called the so-called grey list. I have not seen you clap for that. If reputation is anything, is any consideration for anybody to do business with us, I thought that was a very important step taken by this administration. This is also a country now, in 7 years, we've had, the highest foreign reserve in 7 years. Our GDP is on the rise. The headline inflation is coming down. Food prices coming down. Yes, we have challenges. We have issues about security. We even had the misfortune of being characterized as a country that has no religious tolerance. But the same country, and I want you to note this, the same country, the United States of America, that branded us, that characterized Nigeria as a country that does not have religious freedom, is the same country that came here in mid-December to do business with us and made a commitment, the highest ever, that America has done with any nation in the world in the healthcare sector. We seem to have forgotten that also. So even as we hear these bad stories, there are also good stories about our country, and we need to please sing our song. Nobody will do it for us. It is important that we remain Nigerians, we continue to think and act as Nigerians, and when we do that, we don't have to tell our neighbors, please open your door, I want to come in. They will open the doors and ask us and invite us to come in, and that's what we intend to do. So thank you, sir, for this very wonderful, inspiring lecture. This is not just a speech, it is a thorough engagement that we've had here, and I do hope that Nigerians will continue to learn from this and build on this so that we will continue to be a better country. Now my lecture. I am pleased to be in the company of Nigeria's leading public relations professionals, reputation managers, and key stakeholders in business and governance as a guest of honor at the Nigeria Reputation Summit 2026. This gathering is especially timely, coming just days after the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations unveiled the Nigeria Reputation Perception Index report. That timing is no coincidence. It reflects intent, planning, and a clear desire to move from measurement to action. And I'm very happy when Chief Babatunde Rajifashola said that if you don't measure something, you cannot plan on it. And so that measurement itself is leading us to concrete action, and we're beginning to see that unfold today. I recall that barely 2 years ago, on 24th October 2024, the Nigerian Reputation Management Group, an initiative of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, was unveiled at the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs with the active support of my office. From the outset, this effort was driven by the belief that national reputation is not an abstract idea, but a strategic asset that must be deliberately built, protected, and managed. I am a proud member of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, and I'm even proud that the NIPR is doing this and is at the forefront of this today. The NIPR has stayed the course and is aligning Nigeria with the global best practices in reputation management. It is also significant that exactly a year ago, on the 15th of January 2025, the board of the NRPMG was inaugurated under the leadership of Mr. Yomi Badejo Okusanya. Within a single year, this team has delivered Nigeria's first comprehensive reputation perception index for the first time in the history of our country. I think that achievement deserves recognition. I commend the board, the leadership of the NIPR, and its president, Dr. Ike Neliapu, for their vision, discipline, and persistence. Nigeria is better today for this singular work that you have done. I also wish to acknowledge the efforts of past national and state executives of the NIPR and its members who laid the foundation for this report. The Reputation Management Perception Index is the result of more than 7 years of rigorous research and reflection. Such long-term commitment is rare and it is admirable, and it shows that reputation building is not a sprint, but a sustained national project. The theme of this year's summit, Better Nigeria, Better Reputation, aligns directly with the report's findings. The results may be sobering, but they are also very useful to all of us. A reputation score of 35.2% places Nigeria in a low trust band and highlights a gap between our potential and the global perception that we have. This, however, is not a verdict. It is a mirror. And responsible nations must have the courage to look into that mirror and act swiftly. And I think that that is what we are beginning to see today. It is also important to note that much has changed since the data used for this report was first gathered. Remember that this data wasn't gathered in the last 1 or 2 years. In the last 2 years, Nigeria has embarked on a new reform path under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Of course, we are not where we want to be, but we are also not where we were 2.5 years ago. While perception often lags behind reality, progress is being made, and it must be communicated clearly, consistently, and honestly. Nigeria's reputation must also be viewed through broader lenses. Our democracy has endured more than 27 uninterrupted years. Political participation is open, plural, and competitive. Our press remains one of the freest in the world. No matter what you say, we have press freedom in Nigeria. These are not small achievements, and they speak directly to leadership, to credibility, and to communication, which are key pillars of building any reputation. In governance, this administration is strengthening local government autonomy, promoting regional development through new institutions, and advancing reforms in security, including community policing and legislative engagement on state policing. These actions reflect a commitment to inclusion, balance, and accountability. Economically, we are somewhat in a difficult position, but necessary reforms have begun to yield the results that all of us aspire to see. Like I said earlier, inflation is easing, growth is stabilizing, and foreign reserves are improving. The removal of fuel subsidy and unification of the foreign exchange system closed long-standing leakages and restored fiscal discipline. A new tax framework is also being implemented to promote fairness and responsibility. Infrastructure development remains a priority for this administration, with major legacy road projects being undertaken. There is also an expansion in primary health care, including the establishment of oncology centers. Now, let me say that when Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola was talking about the issue of choice, in one day, myself, the Honorable Minister of Health, and the Honorable Minister of Finance toured 3 states in this country, Katsina, Edo, and Enugu State, to launch what is called oncology centers, cancer centers in this country. And they had the best machines. So even if you leave Nigeria and you go to wherever you want to go, in London, in India, in America, in Dubai, wherever you go, you are going to meet those same machines that have been installed in Katsina, in Enugu, and in Benin. But this is where choice now comes in. It is your choice to go to London. You can go there and meet the same Nigerian doctors and the same machine that we left here to go, but it is still your choice. And this is democracy. Choices must be respected. These efforts address real needs and support long-term national competitiveness. Nigeria's innovation ecosystem is also gaining global attention, with strong fintech players and growing confidence in our digital economy. In education, access has improved through the Student Loan Scheme, while the Student Venture Capital Grant is opening new pathways for young innovators to turn ideas into enterprises. Now, we have seen the success that NELFON especially has achieved. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said this consistently, that no child that is of school going, that has the requisite qualification to enroll into any tertiary institution in this country, that will not have access as a result of the inability of either his parent or his guardian to pay for either his school fees or his upkeep. That is history in this country. This project started only about a year and a half ago. And today, I'm proud to say that nearly 700,000 of Nigerian students who would ordinarily have been out of the school system are in school because of that singular project of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ultimately, reputation is earned through action, not slogans. It is built when policy meets purpose and when communication also reflects truth. The government alone cannot build Nigeria's reputation. The guest speaker has said that. It requires partnership, it requires professionals, it requires institutions, the private sector, and all citizens of the country to be on board so that we can build the desired reputation for our country. Lately, Nigeria's reputation has come under scrutiny due to very misleading reports suggesting that we are a nation that is intolerant of religious freedom. We continue to ease that wrong perception in effective diplomatic ways and also collaborate with international partners to improve our internal security, secure our nation from the atrocities of terror groups, and save the lives and property of millions of our citizens. Redeeming Nigeria's image is a national call to duty, involving all of us, requiring a collective denouncing of false narratives and promoting our national unity. It is imperative, it is important for all to note, and the guest speaker has alluded to that. Managing the nation's reputation is not even an option for you. This is enshrined in the Constitution. You have a duty as a Nigerian to protect the image of Nigeria. How does it serve you when you pick up your phone all the time and everything you churn out is about negativity, about our country that is not doing so well, about traffic, about some policemen that have been killed? Oftentimes, even the media become a victim of this. You see headlines with terror people, someone brandishing AK-47 on his shoulders, and a newspaper in this country can dare put that on the front page. Don't celebrate these criminals. They are the enemies of Nigeria, and they must be treated as such. Please celebrate those gallant soldiers of ours who are dying every day so that we can live in our homes, so that we can even participate in this sort of gathering. It is important for all of us to recognize that we must have a country and we must be united. There is no option about that. We just have to come together to ensure that we fight together to keep this brand called Nigeria and improve on it. Together, we must align our narratives with our progress, address our weaknesses honestly, and project Nigeria with confidence and with clarity. It is a call for all of us. Thank you for your commitment to this very important national task, and we must continue to do that. Now, Mr. President, I recognize the fact that whenever you say you will start an event at a particular time, you strive to start that event at a time. It's a very important thing to do. I was 17 minutes late, but I was not late because I chose to. I was late because I was doing another national duty to arrive here. I was 17 minutes late, but I also want to say that if we say it is 2 hours, the discipline should not just be in the starting, it should also be in the closing. Thank you very much. And Yomi and everyone who have made this happen, this indeed is an important first step. And the guest speaker, all the things you have said about our national colors, about the need for the National Orientation Agency to be in the lead to ensure that Nigeria is repositioned, is exactly what we are doing at the National Orientation Agency. But we will deepen it. We will continue to listen to you. We will continue to act in the interest of Nigeria because we don't have any other place to go to. We have tried that 5 years ago when Andrew tried to check out. Now all of us are checking back in this country. We will remain here and salvage it together. Thank you very much.